Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be filming this look for you guys. It's actually something that was totally inspired by this Jeffree Star. It's hers. Postcard. I got this when I ordered Androgyny, which is the lipstick I have on today, and I really love this look. The girl's eyeliner is more teal. I went with something that's a little bit more royal blue. But I really love this look, and I always look at it and I'm like, ugh, I need to do that look. So I decided to do that for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Okay, so the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some glow to this skin, and I'm using the Guerlain Mineral Lights Pearless base coat. And this is the light diffusing primer. It just gives the skin a really pretty glow. Then I'm going to prime my eyes using my Kat Von D primer, and this is in the shade medium. I really like this because it neutralizes my eyelid. So as you guys can see, I'm a little bit dark on my lids, and this is just going to help balance that out and also conceal any imperfections and correct, which is the purpose of this primer. The next thing that I will be doing is I'm taking this really old ass eyeshadow by MAC, and it's in the shade Chamomile. This came out in their Comfort and Cozy collection, I think it was. It's probably about 6 years old. It's one of those things that I just kind of tucked away in a drawer, and I rediscovered, and I'm going to use it up because, let's be honest, their shadows are a bit pricey. So now I'm going to take this color from my 15 shadow palette that I recently hauled, and this is going to be, it's in the color Saddle, and I have Saddle. It's one of my favorite blending colors, and I'm using a MAC 221. It's just one of those really perfect neutral red-based browns, and y'all know I love my red-based browns. And as you guys can see, I'm just kind of carving out the crease as always. Now I'm taking another shade. It's very similar, it's just slightly lighter, and this is Soft Brown. And I'm using this brush by Sonia Kashuk, and I'm just literally taking that to soften out that crease. I don't want it to look really harsh. You never want it to look harsh. I know that a cut crease is meant to look, you know, a little edgy and cut, but you want to blend it out so it looks soft and it doesn't look half-assed. I'm just going back in with that 221 and Saddle, and I'm literally just intensifying that crease color and also blending it out a little bit. I'm going in with that fluffy brush and I'm blending. You guys always want to blend, blend, blend. Now I'm taking Honey Lust. Honey Lust is one of my favorite eyeshadow colors by MAC, but I feel like the formula has definitely changed. It used to be really chunky and sparkly, and I feel like this is a more tamed version of that. And I'm using a MAC 239 brush. I'm literally patting and dragging, and I'm also taking the very tip of this brush to carve out my lid and make sure that it doesn't go past my crease. Again, I'm going back with Saddle and my 221, and I'm still defining that crease. This is going to be one of these processes where we're going to go back and forth, guys. You really want to make sure that you're depositing color where you want it and also keeping it in place and intense. So I'm just rocking that shade back and forth. And now I'm taking Soft Brown again, and I'm going to blend that out. You guys know wherever you want to place color, wherever you do place it, you want to make sure to blend that baby out so it looks really smooth and seamless and smoked out and dreamy. Y'all know the deal. You just want to make it look smooth. Alright, love bugs. Now I'm going back in with that same gold shade, and which is Honey Lust, and my 239, and I'm really trying to build that color up so that it looks really sparkly. Now I'm taking this dark shade, which is called Dance in the Dark, and I'm using my 221, and I'm just going to intensify that crease a little bit. I liked the way it looked, but I really wanted that crease to pop, so I went in with the darker shade, and as you guys can see, it's dark. So I'm going to be sure to blend that out with my Soft Brown, which is probably what you guys are going to see soon. So now we're going to, let's see guys, blend with Soft Brown. So again, we're just adding that Soft Brown, and the reason why we're blending it with the Soft Brown and not something that's similar in tone is because we don't want to lose that red undertone. We want to make sure that there's definition in the crease, but that it still peeks through and that you see that reddish brown shade just kind of popping from the crease, I was gonna say. Alright guys, and now for my pop of blue. I am using this Urban Decay liner in Ultraviolet. Let me tell you guys, these liners are legit. I was actually doing my makeup. I did my makeup before going into work, and I literally did not have to touch up my liner. It stayed in place. There was no smudging. It literally stayed put. I was so impressed with them. I haven't used, I have a few, probably like 2 or 3, honestly, and I've never really used them. I've used the ones that came with the Urban Decay Naked One palette, but they were alright. Again, you guys are, as you can tell, I'm going to go in with that 221, and we're blending probably with Saddle again. But as I was saying, the Urban Decay liners are awesome. I think that if you're looking for a liner that stays in place and doesn't run, you definitely want to check them out. And this blue, or this ultraviolet, is amazing. It's probably one of the best liners I've ever used. Now, the other thing I should mention is you guys will see that I'm going to set my under eye with a royal, no, not a royal blue, with a teal shadow. And the reason is because I've never worn them, so I wanted to make sure that it would stay in place. And I'm using my Melt Cosmetics Dark Matter stack. And I'm just taking the second shade in this quad, and I'm adding some more warmth. I felt like I needed a pop of like a warmer brown, and I felt like soft brown and saddle just weren't cutting it, so I'm going to my oldie but goodie. I still love that palette. You guys don't understand how much I struggle to not use it because I just want to use it for everything. Now I'm taking the lightest shade in the palette, which is Blur, and I'm using that fluffy Sonia Kashuk brush, and I'm just going to literally take that to blend the crease out and also to add a little bit of color under my brow bone. You guys will see I'm not being very cautious with it. I'm going ham. So you want to make sure to really just blend everything out. And now, I use my Caudalie Grape Water on my MAC 239 brush because I really wanted Honey Lust to pop. It just wasn't popping enough. So by wetting the brush, I'm going to get more of a metallic-y finish. And there it is. As you guys can see, it pops a little bit more. And it looked so much better. It just totally took this look to a whole other level. It's amazing. The other thing is when I used my brush and actually placed it on the color, it looked like there was nothing going on. Like it looked like the brush was dry. So it's a different formula. Good Lord. Now I'm going in with my Remarkable foundation, and this is in the shade 46, which I believe is Honey Light. And you guys know that I'm going to use my Sephora fan brush. I love this brush, especially with this foundation. I feel like it does the best job at applying it and really blending it out. So as you guys can see, this foundation is a super full coverage. I love this foundation when I want to look flawless and just really want to make sure that everything is covered. And let me tell you guys, my skin has been acting up, which is why I'm really drawn to this foundation right now. But I love this stuff. So I also took that right under my eyes, and as you guys can see, I'm using just the very end of the brush to kind of clean up under my eye and also shape my eyes. So it's just a little trick that I do to just kind of make sure that everything looks really blended and it's not messy. And there it is. That's the eye look. I freaking love it. Got to throw my brows on, and you guys know I'm always going to use the same stuff. Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in dark brown. I'm going back in with Chamomile, and I'm literally just taking that color right under the brow, and it makes a big difference. Sometimes people like to skip their brow color, but let me tell you guys, do not skip it. Your look will look half-assed. And like always, I'm using my Tarte primer. Alright, so now I'm taking this limited edition eyeshadow by MAC. It's called Zingy, and I'm using a MAC pencil brush, and I'm just using that to set my liner. I told you guys I really wasn't sure how this product would work, and I did not want blue stuff under my eyes. But again, I think I could have done without it, but I do like the little hint of teal that I saw. So I really love it. No regrets. Now I'm taking my Sephora Collection correctors. I love these mofos. I've talked about them a lot. And you guys know that for the longest time that's all I ever used, but I've gotten so many new things that I wanted to use them. The two shades I'm using are Melon and Peach. The color I just applied is Melon, and I'm sorry, it's Peach. And this top color is Melon. So I'm just dotting it and I'm going to blend that baby out. I'm using this little mini baby beauty blender that honestly I feel like you guys can do without, and I wet it with my Caudalie grape water. The reason why I'm using this is because I'm super dry under my eyes. I'm dry combination, so I tend to be a little bit more dry in certain areas of my face. So I wanted to make sure that it doesn't look dry. So it just adds a little bit more hydration to my skin. Now I'm taking my brush and I'm just blending it out. And now we are having a dance party. Yeah! I'm using my Dior Show mascara. And I'm just going to apply that right on my lashes clearly. And yeah, I like this mascara with the primer, not on its own. Not a fan of it. Titi? Titi? Sorry guys, I had to throw my niece in. We're Google chatting this entire time. So as I'm bronzing my face, I'm using my Ita brush and I used the Makeup Forever bronzer in 30M. It's a little bit dark, but it works for me. And just so you guys know, this entire time, I'm literally talking to my niece and she's like, Titi, Titi. See? I love that little girl. She's so delicious. So you guys met my niece. Again, I'm just taking that brush and I'm blending my contour. And I'm taking my brush and again, I'm just softening those lines so that they don't look super intense. And I'm taking that right under my triple chin to make sure that my face looks really sculpted and defined. And I feel like this is a little bit more of a wearable approach to the Jeffree Star postcard, but I really love the look. Now I'm going to be taking my MAC Poised blush, and I'm using a MAC blush brush, and I'm literally just taking that color and I'm dusting it right over my contour and then bringing it up into the actual cheek. And I feel like by doing this, it just gives you a softer approach. I'm going to be using this Makeup Forever 3C liner and Jeffree Star androgyny lipstick, liquid lipstick. I love it. It's one of my favorite liquid lipsticks ever. I'm using the Sephora bronzing brush and I'm applying a little bit of my MAC Studio Care Blend powder in medium dark. And I'm just using this to set my makeup, but I felt like I needed something that was more of a translucent powder. So I'm using this Makeup Forever setting powder. It's just a pressed form and a Sephora brush to just dust it all over my face. And now guys, it's time to highlight. I'm using my MAC 133 brush and I'm taking this Makeup Forever. Look at that freaking highlight. Ugh, it's amazing. Anyway, I'm using the Makeup Forever highlight bronzer duo, and this is in the shade 1. And it's such a beautiful pinky silver highlight. It's amazing. One of my favorite. I actually love and own both of the shades. They're just amazing. But look at that highlight. So I felt like I needed a little bit more of a pinky flush, and I'm using, of course, my go-to blush at the moment, my Sephora blush in Flirted Up, and I just wanted just a brighter color. So this is the final look, guys. I hope you really enjoyed this. This is, again, more of a wearable approach to the look that the model had. Let me know if you have any questions. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Bye!